there's one thing I never liked, it's having to restock the power supply, the fuel. How much of this stuff I got? 100? I'm gonna have to go foraging, won't I? Alright, let's see. Very honestly, I want to know where I am in research. I stumbled upon something. Yeah, this rebar gun. But it costs alien DNA. How do I make alien DNA? I think you make it out of alien protein. Speaking of aliens, still off limits. And still off limits. I haven't unlocked that yet. Etc. Etc. Pointless. Possibly not, etc. See above? I mean, whatever. Suppose I'm gonna have to. Wait a second. The rebar gun. Let me. What did that cost again? Oh, right. Okay, fine. But I at least have a Xeno Basher, don't I? It requires this. I have 2 rods. Well, this one I've never run into before. Modular frames. Oh, and another Xeno Zapper. And 25 more iron rods. Okay, well, you know what? I'm guessing that this stuff is runs in the background during, like, between logins. So it's burned through both the rotor factory and the plate factory. The reinforced iron plate factory have burned through all the fuel that I gave them. I wonder if it's possible to build a catwalk. Alright, let me see it. You really just never get a chance to make a rotor? It's got everything it needs. It's on. It doesn't have any power, but it's on. Or no, wait. I don't remember what happened. I took the rotor, the rotors, I should say, out from the box. Then what fuse blew? Obviously not the rebar plant. That's still going. Yeah, okay. Forget what I said about. Wait a second. Okay, so there's an annoying little chore that comes with blowing fuses. Okay, this thing has no fuel. Yeah, all 3 of those. All 3 of these are out of fuel. I'm gonna need more. I'm gonna need more solid biofuel. Although I suppose what I'm really gonna need is a better source of fuel. I'm surprised to hear myself say this, but coal. I did read about that in a later tier. Is it my imagination, or are both of these yellow for some weird reason? These are on standby. Why are they on standby? Are they on standby? Let me see something here. You know what? I'm gonna turn them off standby. Yeah, I had to turn everything on and everything back on. I must have missed these 2 somehow. I have some reinforced iron plates, though. And where did I put the biofuel? I can never remember any of this stuff. was over here somewhere. Where the miners are? No? Okay, oh, I get it. It's over there. Yeah, they're usually at one end of the build or the other end. But they're still fine. And I must have had more battlefield than I thought. Yeah, that's a couple of hundred. All right, fine. That's not too bad. I like it better than just 100, but I'm still gonna have to go foraging at some point. So let me see. What I'm gonna have to do here is turn everything off, reset the fuses, and turn them back on. Now, if I were to leave everything running, everything on, then the fuse would trip. I mean, yeah, all three generators can take a load that size. And I suppose if it were possible to reset all the fuses at the same time, which I think honestly it might be, but it doesn't look it. But if that were possible, then the power surge, well, I guess it might be. Okay, so I've got everything off except for the miners and the smelters, and that's what, 18 megawatts. Pretty sure that's enough for just one of these biomass plants to handle. Okay, maybe I gotta shut everything down, literally everything. If for no other reason than to not, than for there to be no reason at all for a fuse to blow. Because if there's no load, then there's no load. There's okay, that's one. Oh, alright, fine. It looks like the fuse reset for all of them, which honestly is a bit annoying, but now I have to split the stack into... There we go. That's 3 stacks of 50. So I'm going to start putting them on here. They're going to start burning. These 2. And now for the miners. There's 1. There's 2. Maybe I ought to start at the other end, but I think it's a bit much. Okay, that's the miners and the smelters on. Now the rod constructors. All apparently 4 of them, as opposed to the 6 I was thinking of when I thought this out originally. I don't think I did any back of the envelope calculations there. Alright, so now it goes through all the rod factories. Yeah, shame I can't duck. All the way over here. Make some screws. And finally, this thing. That's better. Now let me just do another walkthrough, check all those indicators are green, you know, those light things on top of the machines. They all gotta be green for the entire production line to focus as efficiently as possible. If everything's green. Everything. Alright. Now that all that's done, and, well, actually no, I'm gonna double check what that rebar, oh right, it's the alien. I need alien protein to make a rebar gun. Or wait, no, forget the rebar gun. The Xeno Basher. I need 2 of those. And enough other materials, but what were those? I was so busy trying to reboot the system. Okay, modular frames, check. Coils of wire, check. This, wait a second. 5 times 3, no, wait. Round this up to 6, divide that by 2, that's 3. 3 times 3 is 9, so I have 61. Yeah, I should be able to knock this out. Just let me resupply the wire. And make myself another Xeno Zapper. Which needs iron rods, which I don't have immediately, but this is why I've got the box full of them. Or should I say boxes full of them. Where were they? Is it my imagination? Oh, that was my imagination. They really are moving. No, they're not either. I know what's happening here. Yeah, I sort of expected this. Alright, let's not get too paranoid about how this thing's working. The only rods that aren't backed up are making screws. Unfortunately, they're backing up into a box, otherwise this whole production line would be snafu'd royally. So, once again, Xeno Zapper. We have one, we need one. Better take this. Oh yeah, and before you ask, I was using the chainsaw, but I needed to clear some of the land off of that one. Oh, that needs wire too. Yeah, I was trying to clear land off of that one cliff, which technically had more land than the direction that the miners that I was using was facing originally, which was that way. But I mean, it took a lot to fit that entire rotor production plant onto that one cliff. I'll take that and that. Okay, here we go. We've got one Xeno Zapper. Now we've got 2 of them. And the Xeno Basher needs 5 modular frames, which I'm guessing I'm getting to a factory for those as well. Modular frames, those take reinforced iron plates. I've got the factory. Maybe I can just extend the factory, because it takes rods 2. You know, else it takes a long time, at least in terms of crafting. And now, the Xeno Basher. done. Let's just sort everything. That's good. Maybe I can get rid of this concrete. I don't really need it. I do have coal, but I haven't unlocked that particular path. Okay, and let's take the Xeno Basher and put it in here. Alright, so, I do have, like, some direction to head out in. You see, when I was building, I think it was a reinforced iron plate plant, I saw, I'm almost positive I saw something fall from the sky. It was a real blink and you miss it moment. And the direction was out west somewhere. So I'm going to strike out in that direction. On the way, I'll grab whatever foliage I can. And I'm going to see if there's anything interesting out there. And run into it too. And if I have to, I'll Xenobash some hogs. If I really have to, I'll try Xenobashing those ones with tusks, but very honestly, I don't like my odds anyway. Maybe it's because I kept getting killed and didn't know why. Or maybe it's because the hogs, those nastier versions with the horns or the tusks or whatever, were immune to being zapped with a Xeno Zapper. So maybe they're, shall we say, insulated? Electrocution proof? Or maybe they just need a higher wattage to actually light them up that way. So there's nothing but plains out here. This would be a good location for a future factory, but it's kind of far. Oh, before I forget, take these pale berries too, just in case. You never can tell. I certainly couldn't. Now, spotting something that may or may not have. Well, that was 2 hogs. That went a lot better than I thought it was going to. Very honestly, I wasn't keeping track of my health. I thought I would have died again. What on earth is that thing? Kind of hanging out on a tree there. Is that another power slug? Yeah, it is. I thought I saw something else crash. Or at least fall from the sky. While I was picking up that power slug, it was kind of faint, but it was there. Okay, whoa, alright. For all intents and purposes, that is a bottomless pit. I'm not messing around with those. Maybe that's where whatever it was fell. Maybe there's a way into it. I mean, physically impossible to have a bottomless pit, isn't it? Since I'm running out of hellberries anyway. I might just switch them up for barrel nuts. 1 second thought, forget what I said. There's some hellberries. Hello? More Caterium. Take that. Eventually. Hello again. What's this here? Bacon agaric? Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it doesn't mean it won't eat you. We're researching the MAM to establish classification and potential application. Don't mind if I do. In fact, I might just yank some more of this, just in case. This is just plain old copper. Copper I can scan for. But things that I haven't exactly discovered yet, like coal, I can't scan for. Hello? I have never seen these kinds of trees before. They're just trees. Maybe I ought to mark this place on the map. Maybe I should call this place Orange Treeland if it's possible. How do I do this? Put this on here, and I'll call it Orange Treeland. The icon should be... Ooh, I got quite a few of them here, don't I? Oh, but none of them really... Oh, wait. There we go. I'll take that. That's Orange Treeland. There is something coming at me, and I'm beginning to wonder what it is. It is sending chills through my spine. For some bizarre reason. And yet, some part of me thinks I'm going to need to research this thing. Wait, there's something else here. It's a power slug, but it's yellow. Oh, that's what's going on here. What I thought was a falling something or other from the sky was really, uh-oh. It was just the power slugs. That's all it was, the power slugs. Oh boy, these things...